So hi guys, it's Dan from Eurovision.org, and today I have the opportunity to talk with the singer, songwriter, and Belgian representative of for Eurovision 2025. It's Red Sebastian. So hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, good, of course. So thank you so much, Red Sebastian, for agreeing to talk with us. Such a pleasure. So, all right, let's start with the Q&A. So, Red
Okay.
Sebastian, creating music at night or in the morning?
Um, I would say at night. Yeah.
Okay, okay. A song that brings tears or one that, gets everyone dancing?
Oh, that's a hard one. I will say that everyone gets dancing. Yeah.
Okay, okay, understand. If you had the change, for example, to travel back in time and live, for example, in past, which era would you choose and why?
Wow. I would choose, I love this question, by the way. I would choose, I think, the late 90s, early 2000s.
Wow, okay.
In I think I want to be like born in 1980 to like
Mm-hmm.
be 18 in 98. Yes, something like that to really, go out in the late 90s. I think that would be wonderful. Yeah.
Okay, interesting, interesting. So, what one word best describes your stage personality?
Red.
Okay, okay. So if Eurovision, was team competition, who would it be in your team? For example, duo, trio, would you from?
Oh, someone from like the other countries this
Yeah,
year.
yeah. Hmm.
Well, I went to have like Belgian fries with Gojo the other day, and I really loved, we danced on like the Grand Place in Antwerpen, in Antwerp, and it was lovely. So I would definitely pick Gojo. Yeah, and also maybe, I love Cecile, her vocals, and JJ. Yeah, maybe we would just like do that. Or I also sang with Cloud and Park the other day, and we were like, okay, the UK is called Remember Monday. Well, the three of us are just gonna be a boy band called Remember Tuesday.
Okay, so good choice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot of options, a lot of options.
yeah, I see. So what was the biggest challenge when, creating Strobe Lights? The melody or the lyrics?
Um, I would say the melody. I love a good strong melody and it has to be right. And I wanted big notes in it. So we were, like looking, what are we gonna do? And I still have these voice memos of, creating the song. And it was a similar melody in the first time, but we changed it a little bit. So I would say, the melody is always, the first thing I listen to. So I would say the melody.
Okay, okay, interesting. So imagine you on the stage and someone suddenly runs onto the stage in the middle of your performance. What is your reaction?
Wow, it I think it would freak me out a little because I'm always like in my zone
Hmm.
performing and I think it would be different at a pre-party. You're like just vibing with the audience, and I think if someone would have jumped on stage in Amsterdam or is gonna jump on stage, in London or in Madrid, I think I would, own it and dance with that person. But I think if it would happen at Eurovision, I'm gonna be very much in my zone and doing my act and looking to all the cameras too. So I think it would freak me out a little. So it's regarding to what occasion it would be. I think at a normal performance, it would I would own it and I would dance with the person. At like a TV show, I think it would freak me out.
Yeah, yeah. So, okay, and last question, Q&A. My favorite Eurovision winner is.
Loreen, of course. Yeah. I mean, so cliche to say, I know I am aware of that, but it's really Loreen with Euphoria in 2012 that clicked something in my head. And because of her, I wanted to be on that stage so badly, and I, began to work hard, and I had this dream for a long time, but because of her, it got stronger and stronger, and I really wanted it. So, Loreen with Euphoria, hands down.
Okay, good choice because I'm in love with Lorin too. Yeah. So okay, so let's move on to the questions. So, can you tell me, is it true or not that the name Red Sebastian, was inspired by your childhood love for the Little Mermaid when, you had connection with Red Crab, Sebastian? And can you tell
Yes.
me a bit more about this?
Well, of course, the name is, there's two stories. I have a very passionate love for the color red. It's been my favorite color since I was very little, since always, I think. Everything is red, and, in my childhood house of my parents too. My room is red, my desk is red, my chair is red, everything. And also, I was in love with a lot of, Disney movies, but in particular, The Little Mermaid was my favorite. And, I think Sebastian the Crab is just like this really, amazing and funny acting and just also a little odd kind of creature. And I really, related to him as a kid. I also felt sometimes as the odd one out. And I think, he was just embracing, that part of him. And as a kid, I really felt like, okay, I have to embrace that part of me, the odd part. And he was also very musical. He was, singing Deep in the Sea or Under the Sea, I think it's in English. And all these songs I was always singing. And later on I was, writing in English, and I was like, I want my name to be pronounceable for everyone around the world, because I have this Eurovision dream and there's a lot of countries involved in it. So I began, thinking of, names. And I think it's important to really that a name feels like you, because it's not my real name. I am called Seppe Herman, but I think Red Sebastian is really like that part of me that likes to be on stage, and like I enlarged it, and it feels like me when I'm on stage. It feels like I am Red Sebastian on stage, and yeah, it's such, it's an amazing feeling to be able to express myself that way, and to have to embrace that name.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, that's important. So, can you tell me, where does Red Sebastian end and Step begin?
Oh, well, I think in my more extravagant, moments, I'm always Red Sebastian. And as I say, Red Sebastian is always in me. I think it's a part of me that I like to, enlarge on stage, and that I am all that part. So it's always with me. I think I'm always Red Sebastian, but I think the moment when I'm not performing or not doing interviews, I think I'm also like more Seppe in this moment, because I'm not dressed up. I'm not like wearing makeup at the moment. So I think, yeah, maybe in like the daily life, I'm more Seppe, and when like the glitter and the glamour begins, I'm more Red Sebastian.
Understand, understand. So I know
But
that
they're always, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but they're always a part of me. When I'm on stage, Red Sebastian, Seppe is also with me, but in the daily life, when I'm Seppe, Red Sebastian is also a part of me. So it's more like enlarging kind of parts of me.
yeah, creating part. Yeah, yeah, I understand. So I know that at the Royal Conservatory, your teacher was Gustav, the representative of Belgium at Eurovision 2023. So can you tell me, has Gustav given you, for example, an advice before the preselection, or for example now ahead of Eurovision?
Yes, of course, he was also one of the judges in the pre-selection. So he was also, there were seven other candidates. So he was very, very, very respectful to every one of us. And after I won, of course, we called a lot and we actually saw each other yesterday. And we had lunch, and it's always fun to catch up with him because he's been my vocal coach for 5 years at the conservatory back in 2017 till 2022, a year before he went to Eurovision himself. And it feels good to have someone that I know very well, who knows what it is to be on that stage, who knows what it is to feel that pressure and to, have had the adventure himself of doing Eurovision. So it feels very safe that I have someone that I can call and ask questions about it because he knows better than anyone what it is to be on that stage.
Yeah, 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 I agree with you. So, what about conservatories? So, Red Sebastian, what the highest note you can hit?
Whoa. Well, I am, a big fan of Mariah. So, I was last year I was doing, whistle notes. I have never done them live because they're, a little hard to manage and I'm still,
Mm-hmm.
perfecting my technique, but yeah, I hit some Mariah notes.
Oh,
So,
cool.
it's my thing, I think. The
Mm-hmm.
high notes are really, more in my comfort zone. It's like the I think for me they're more easy than the low notes, I would
Okay.
say.
Yeah, perfect, perfect. So, can you tell me how did your family and friends react when you announced, for example, that you would participate in the national selection? Or, for example, when you won, or for example, now?
They were really supportive. It was kind of a hectic period for me and very heavy emotionally because my grandma passed away 2 days before that I heard that I was
Oh,
selected to be in the pre-selections. And it really, it still moves me a lot because she was always every year when Eurovision was there, she knew how big of a dream it was for me to be on that stage, and she was always saying like you should be there on that stage. So it's like really emotional for me that she's not here anymore to watch me on that stage, but I'm sure she's watching from above. So they were really, it was like my little light point in a very dark moment.
mhm.
And my family supports me all the way. My friends are really excited. And yeah, I mean, it's been my lifelong dream, and I'm so happy that it finally comes true. And I'm really doing this for my grandma as well. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 and proud of you, 100%. So, Red Sebastian, what, did the idea for your song come from? For example, what message do you hope that conveys through it?
Well, Strobe Lights was actually the last song of 12 that I wrote for the pre-selections. I hadn't write this club banger, and I really wanted to, make a song that was about enjoying life and giving it your all and just taking every opportunity and every moment and make it a good memory. And, you only have one life, so you have to live your life the fullest.
I agree with
And
you.
I think that's like the message behind it, but it's really about having fun with your friends, going out on, an unexpected moment, where the night starts, but you don't know where it ends. And those are for me always like the most memorable nights because you don't know where it's gonna take you. And I think those two, messages align very well. And I'm really happy with the song.
Yeah, yeah, cool song. I'm in love with your song. So, let's listen. I know that Lady Gaga inspired you to learn the piano. Can you tell me, did, for example, she also inspire you, for example, in any way while writing this song or not?
I think so. Lady Gaga has always been a very, very big inspiration to me. And she also had her, dancey eras. I mean, her first era with Poker Face and Just Dance was very dancey, also with Bad Romance. But also the Chromatica album is also very dance inspired. So, yeah, she's always been there as an inspiration. As a kid, I wanted to play the piano because of her. So it was actually my first instrument at the academy. And I only started singing, at the academy 4 years later. I was singing my whole life, but my parents were like, you first need to play like an instrument so you can accompany yourself on
Yeah.
the piano while singing. So I'm very happy my parents were that strict. And made me play the piano because I love to, sing and play the piano together. I actually did a cover of Arcade by Duncan Lawrence, and that's what was posted on the Eurovision YouTube channel. In the pre-selections, I did it, and I thought it was wonderful to, show that side of me as well.
Yeah, yeah, understand. So, was the process like when it came to staging? Either, for example, a specific concept, or, for example, symbolism behind the set dating at stage moment.
Well, I can't tell you too much about the staging yet. So I have to keep my mouth shut for a little longer. I'm sorry, but I will say that I really want to, embrace the rave and the underground club culture on that stage in Basel. And I will bring a lot of red elements and a lot of strobe lights. I will say that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, for example, how do you react the opinions of Eurovision fans from across Europe? Do you, watch their reaction? How do you like it?
Well, I sometimes get, sent these videos of reactions, and I think I always get sent the nice ones. Or I don't know if there's like negative ones or, too, because my friends always send me like the very positive ones, and I really get a lot of energy out of them. I'm sure there will be some more negative ones too, but I haven't watched them. I'm just focusing on my positive vibe, and I want to spread joy. And yeah, I just want to focus on the act and get it all together at the Eurovision stage. But I love that people take the time to react to my song and to my performance. And I want to thank everyone for their lovely messages and the lovely support that I felt these last weeks. It's amazing.
Yeah, yeah. So, about Eurovision, what surprised you the most when you entered for Eurovision family? Something, for example, you didn't expect?
It's, I always expected it to be, one big musical family and, one, yeah, really nice feeling, and it's all true. I mean, I was going in this adventure with like very high hopes, and it all being super positive. Until now it has been super positive, and it has been, everyone's embracing each other. The other candidates are super lovely, the fans are amazing, and I
Yeah.
can't wait for, the rest. It's really amazing till this point, and I hope it's only, I hope it only gets better.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But Eurovision world, it's such, a great time. So I saw that you follow Luna on Instagram. So, for
Yeah.
example, what do you think of her song, and how did you react, for example, to her not making into the final?
Well, I actually met Luna after the Loreen concert in Belgium. I went to that concert, and she was opening up for Loreen. And I had a moment with her and Musti from last year from Belgium. And we talked a little bit. And, she's an amazing singer. She has an amazing song. I love The Tower. It's so good. And she's an amazing person as well. And, I am hoping to qualify for the finals because, I am performing on my birthday. The 13th of May is my 26th birthday.
Okay.
So it would be an amazing birthday present.
Yeah.
And yeah, I am believing in it. I think I should really believe in qualifying. If I don't believe in it, it's not going to happen. If I believe in it, it will happen. So I'm just going for it. And I'm really hoping that the crowd loves it and that everyone wants to, see me in the finals.
Yeah, yeah. And Red Sebastian, do you have any message for Poland Eurovision fans?
Of course, I love Poland. And I saw on my streaming devices that Poland is streaming Strobe Lights a lot and it's like actually one of the top streaming countries. So I love that and I would love to, perform in Poland one day. And I also love your entry as well. Justina is amazing and she's an amazing singer and dancer and she looks amazing. I mean, I didn't know she was 52, but she looks so much younger. I'm like, give me your secret so I can look like you. But yeah, I would love to. I never visited Poland, but I would love to. And I would love to perform there and connect with all the Poland fans. Yeah.
Yeah, so we are waiting for you. So, Sebastian, thank you so much for this conversation. It was such a pleasure to talk with you and enjoy your Eurovision time and see you in Basel.
Thank you. You gonna be there?
Yeah, of course.
Nice. Okay. See you in Basel and thank you for the lovely interview.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Bye bye.